Well, hello, everybody. This is Dan Wegner from Traffic Resources International, and I want to welcome you. I got 3 o'clock actually, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of our lovely scroll text if I can figure it out. There we go. And so, welcome. We're going to talk today about structured data and how important it is, and how it's going to raise your Google ranking. And I'm super excited. I think everybody's going to get so much out of this. And like I mentioned in the what we call the registration video when you signed up, that really our goal is to provide all the information that you need so you can set up your structured data. But there are people out there who don't want to deal with it, and I don't blame you one bit. There's nothing exciting about doing work that's not in your niche. It's not in your wheelhouse. And so that's really important. And I want to make sure that everybody is doing their job. So if that isn't your job, if you're an attorney, if you're a marketing person, if you're something other than a structured data guy, I want you to be doing what you're best at. And if you need someone else to do that kind of thing, to do the structured data for you, please give me a call. Actually, I'll show you at the end of the webinar. There'll be a replay available. Or if you're already convinced, you're saying to yourself, hey, I know that I want that, you can actually go to our website at trafficri.com/shop, and there's a product in there. It's actually the only product right now. We've cleaned it all out, and there's just one product in there right now, and that's for structured data. So I just wanted to get that out of the way for those of you. Your time's important, right? So, and we're going to talk about that in a second. So let's dive right in. I don't want to waste anybody's time, but let's dive in and get right to the meat of this content. And I hope everyone gets just so much out of it. So first of all, what's in this webinar? Again, I'm not going to waste your time. We are going to get to the heart of the matter. This isn't a sales pitch. And as I said, we're going to make a done-for-you offer at the end. The one I just basically made to you. We'll go into a little more detail at that point. I will tell you everything you need to know to do this for yourself. This isn't, in its essence, it's not a sales pitch. Yes, we hope to get business out of it, but really we want to get business because you trust us, and you trust us because you know that we know everything that we need to know to help you do your job. So that's really important. So let's talk quickly. Why should I care about this structured data deal? So what I want to show you right now is how Google looks at data. See if I can get this where it needs to be. And give me a second. Sometimes. All right, here we go. Okay, so you're all familiar with Google. So I'm going to type in personal injury attorney. I got it up here. So personal injury attorney in Google, if everything goes well, will give us a certain amount of results. At the top, we're going to get our ad results. And of course, these are available to you as a business, as any organization can get those. Right now, Google's maxing out at 4. So they've increased their listing here. And I can tell you right now, people are missing out on opportunities. Why would I want to look at all this information? I want to click to call. Clicking to call is really the way to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, there they are. And then the next thing you have is Google Maps. And this is really for local businesses that provide their products or services to a specific local geographic area. This is the kind of the place you want to be, whether you're a plumber, whether you're a painter, a house painter, whether you're a restaurant, or most importantly, the people on this call, whether you're a personal injury attorney, this is where you want to be. So let me tell you how this works. Google knows what your IP address is. They can make a decision on your location based on that. But more importantly, if you're on a mobile device, and tons and tons of people, we got some great statistics we're going to show you. If you're on a mobile device, you are being tracked through the GPS in your device, and Google knows exactly where you're located, and it's going to try to provide you the best possible results. Why? Because if you get great results from Google, you're going to keep using Google. By the way, most cell phones are using Google search for their search results already. So even though you might be on an iPhone or whatever, you're getting Google Map results. So let's look at what we've got for results. So what we have in results here, it might be a little blurry on your screen. I'm not getting the best internet connection today. Sorry about that, but I think you can read it. We've got basically these top three. We call this the three pack, and the three pack consists of Robert Edwards, Malzahn Law, and Sieben Gross, Von Holtram, and Carey Law Company. So why are these the results? Well, these are results based on a few items of criteria, a few criteria. One is they're close by, they're nearby, and we can see they're all 1.3 miles. They're all basically equidistant from my location right now. Let's hit the more places here, and Google's going to send me out a little more extended list now. And so there's the last one we had before. There's Saucy Law, that's 1.3 miles. There's another one, 1.3 miles. But this one's actually closer. So Earhart and Elfeit, they are 1.2 miles away. So they're closer, but they're not listed first. Why? Because items in their listing, including the number of reviews they get, how accurate their information is, how comprehensive their information is, and probably high on the list is what we're talking about today, and that's how accurate and complete is the structured data that you're sending to Google. Now you're saying to yourself, I don't necessarily believe that. Well, let's go ahead and start at the very top. So we're going to go ahead and click on a website. Oh, by the way, I promised you I'd give you a great tool just for showing up, and the tool I'm going to give you is what I'm going to show you right now. It's really simple to use. All you go to is go to a website, and then you click on what's called this bookmarklet, and it's just a little bit of code that will run a command when you click on it, and I'll show you where to get that at the end of the webinar. So I almost forgot about it, so I didn't make it easily available. If I don't get it to you at the end of the webinar, I will make sure that it's in an email for all the attendees. So here it is. It's just asking a simple question. It's basically trying to sell you on my service here, and then you hit cancel, and it's going to go out to Google Structured Data Testing Tool and bring back its structured data. And this is the web content, and over here you see the structured data. So this person, they have a nice name, which helps them a little bit, Anoka Personal Injury Lawyer. Very helpful. And they've got great structured data. They're using the attorney, what we call a type right here. And in that, we've provided all the information that they need. So let's go ahead and let's look at this structured data here. Let's open it up. So here you can see they don't use the JSON LD, which is Google's recommended format. They're using one of the other formats that actually puts it in HTML tags, and that's fine. Google's not going to penalize them, but they have said that they do prefer the JSON LD, and we're going to show you what that looks like in just a little bit. So hopefully you're beginning to see that this is the structured data testing tool that Google provides. And this is the website data that coming from Anoka Personal Injury Lawyers, the one we saw on the list. And this is what the structured data is sending to Google. It's giving their address, a map location, their fax number. It's hard to read some of this. They're giving it the name of the law office, which is Robert and Edwards. Well, this is interesting. It's got one of their locations They're in Phoenix. That's kind of weird. So, very curious, very curious. So that's what they've got in their structured data, even though it's supposed to be in Anoka, Minnesota. So I'm going to go back, look. Oh, so they got an Anoka office and a Phoenix office. Believe me, if they put in their Phoenix office, nobody could ever beat them because they're doing such a good job of their, on their local data. So I want to make sure you guys can see all this content here. All right. So they got a very simple website, and believe me, just a simply created website will do great things if the content is what Google's looking for. So we just got to see some structured data there. So that's why the 3-pack is crucial, because when someone goes to the 3-pack, let's go ahead and pull it up again. When someone goes to the 3-pack, and I kind of got ahead of myself, as I tend to do. The 3-pack is these 3 items. That's what people are going to see. They'll see these ads. People shy away from ads in general. Only about 30% of the people will click on ads, and then they'll look at these ones, and we've got a nice map here. We've got a lot of useful information, and if I was on my phone, I'd have the click to call capability. If you want to see that, I can turn that on for you. Let's go ahead and do that. Give me a second. I'm going to inspect. I got a little ability to do and let's hit refresh. So I've got my click to call here, and now I can just click and boom, my phone would call it, and that's how that works. And again, this 3-pack, very powerful, very important. That's what I'm going to see. This other stuff's not very interesting to me, even though Meshbesh and Spence has this nice expanded data area. Still, I know that these are not paid for. Isn't this is something to me that none of these lawyers thought it was a good idea to put their click-to-call information on here. So you can buy a click-to-call ad. It costs exactly the same as any other ad in Google. If you need help on that, please contact me. So that's the 3-pack. Why is the 3-pack important? Because it's prominent and it's not an ad. Let's move on. Here it is again in the Google. So why should I care about this? Well, 4 out of 5 consumers use search engines to find local information. Again, that local information could be a lawyer like yourself, or a restaurant, or where to buy, paint, or whatever other kind of things you'd buy locally. So, so getting into Google's 3-pack is crucial. Whoops, I jumped ahead here. It's crucial. And unlike most SEO, structured data is a one-and-done situation. I don't know if any of you have hired search engine optimization, but usually they charge you, if they're any good, they charge you a significant monthly fee. Well, structured data is a one-time and done. It's very simple. It's straightforward. I'm going to show you how to do it. You can get it done probably in an hour or 2 hours, and then it's done for good. And Google cares about structured data. So let's go ahead and go back and look at some more things we can discover from looking at the structured data. So I'm going to jump back out of our mobile view into our desktop view, refresh my page. Okay, so so while we've got this lawyer here, let's go down and look farther down the list. Let's just look at the 4th item here. Where's the 4th one? Sourcey Law, Saucy, Sussy. See, I don't really know how to pronounce these things. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Yeah, nice looking website, very, what do we call it? Intimidating looking lawyer is going to get you a good settlement. Let's go ahead and check his structured data here. Well, he doesn't have any. So he's the same distance away as the other lawyers, but because he has no structured data, he's ending up down here instead of up here where I want to be. So good structured data is going to move that person up. Let's go ahead and look at number 2. Let's click on that. Check structured data. I think, is this not the one we already looked at? Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Hold on. Yeah, so that's the one we already looked at. Because now these things move around a lot. I think it was in the first position. Now it's in the second position. I find it rather amazing. Let's look at this one here. So they do have a location in a place and a location as a postal address. That's interesting. Now you can set up multiple locations, so I don't know why they, oh, I see what they did. Let me drag stuff up here. They do actually have both locations listed here. So that's pretty cool. So just couldn't see it because it was at the bottom. So here you can see their Anoka address and their Phoenix address. So that is why they're doing so well. So put all your addresses in there, people. You'll be happy. All right, so let's back up. That was okay, remember this was in the number 2 position before. Now it's in the number 1 position. Again, don't get too caught up in that. Things move around, but how do you get in that top position? You have really good structured data. Let's see what this guy has. Even though he's in the 1 position, he might not have it. Okay, he's got organization. By the way, organization's not the way you guys want to go. You want to go, actually, we saw the last one, it had attorney as the type. This one's organization. Attorney is being phased out right now, and they're going for legal service. So that's the type you want to use, and we'll show you those in a minute. We see all the other data. They don't have a lot of data, but they do have some data, and some data right now is much better than other people. So here's they got a little search information. They don't really have their physical location on here, so Google's doing the work for them. But if they did it themselves, I'm sure Google would guarantee them that first position all the time until someone else does even a better job. So that's super important. So again, let's back up. Let's see what number 3's got going. Okay, so Sieben, Gross, and Von somebody. So Sieben Carey is really their, I wonder what they did with the rest of their name. Guess they kicked out the other partners. Anyhow, a nice website, a lot of content, a lot of information. Let's go ahead and check their structured data. Again, I'm going to send you this. It's very easy. All you do is go to my website, drag it up there. I'll point to the page. So they got organization, they got local business as well. So local business, again, type, we don't want local business. We want legal service. But not everyone knows how to do that, so you'll get the advantage over all these people who don't know really what they're doing. So again, they didn't put their location, they put their 800 number in there. That's good. So they're doing some of the things right. For doing a few things right, they're in those top positions. That's just how it works. I really feel bad that my screen's so blurry. Can't really tell you what's going on there. So let's move on. So I think you get the idea of how important it is to have that. So we can see from the data that it is important. Fortune in this situation, there I go, clicking away. Fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the bold. So if I can find my way back to my presentation. All right. Most people don't use it. We see that people, if they do use it, they don't use it well. So therefore, there's plenty of room for improvement. So again, you do this right, Google is going to reward you and put you at the top of the list. I think we saw some great examples of how people were using it, but they weren't using it very well, and Google was still rewarding them. So how to woo Google? First of all, I'm going to give you 3 steps. If you follow these 3 steps, you will do better than 95% of the businesses out there. First of all, you want to go to business.google.com. You want to go to Google My Business. You want to claim your business, and you want to grab your listing. You want to get control of your listing. Make sure you go through all the steps, fill out as much information, provide images, video if you have them. Secondly, you want to go to use the Search Console, also known as Webmaster Tools, and go in there and make sure you have that. Okay, so you go to Google Webmaster Tools. You can just type that into your search, Webmaster Tools. It'll show you where to go. And then thirdly, you need to fill in your structured data. You need to provide structured data and put it on your website, at least on the main page of your website. So there are 3 pieces of structured data that I'm going to recommend that you get into. One is legal services. We're going to go ahead and click on this. And what I want to show you here, if I can get it, is we're going to schema.org. Schema.org is like the home base for structured data. So, so here's this first one, legal service. And that's the one I'm going to recommend you use. They're under local business. We saw that other one uses local business, but this is even more precise. Provides more information to Google. So this is the kind of information you can provide. You can provide currencies, opening hours, payment accepted, price range. Then you can put in a place. It can be a map, a branch code, fax numbers, logos, photos, reviews, and then your organization itself will have the address and the brand and your DUNS number, and so this is all the information that you can put in there. So all kinds of information. URL is really important. Great. So that's one of them. The next one we're going to recommend is persons. So your partners, if you have that, your key people, if you have that, and again, what organizations they're a member of. Let's see if we can find that. If they're if they got their JD or something, you can put that in there. We don't need their net worth probably. So there's all kinds of information, but the information that you want are ones that are going to enhance their view to Google, make them, if they're part of, obviously they're members of the bar, if they're part of an organization, if they work with some nonprofit doing pro bono work, all that information can be included there as well. And then finally, website. This is information about your website. It also is how you show your relationship to your Facebook page, your LinkedIn profile, your Twitter page. All those things can be included here. And I'm going to show you examples of each of these. So let's go ahead and do that. Here's a website. I'm going to see if I can make this a little bigger. Oh, going the wrong way. Let's see. How do I make this bigger? I can't. No, I'm sure I can. What am I going to do? Doggone it. How do I make this bigger? Oh, how about like this? No. Huh. Let's do a laser pointing here. Anyhow, I'm just going to read this here. So here we have JavaScript. I'm trying to think of how I can show this better. Maybe I can do it up here. Just give me a second to figure this one out. Wow, I know what I can do. I can zoom in, I thought. Bah, I'm feeling it. Here we go. Okay, much better. Okay, so this first line we have the JavaScript, because this is JavaScript, JSON. You can see it LD plus JSON. JSON is JavaScript in and of itself. So that's what the JS stands for. Context. That's it shows as part of schema. It's a website. It's the law office. It's the name. An alternate name. Use the alternate name. Oops, I accidentally capitalized the E there. Use the alternate name to indicate your keywords. So personal injury attorney, and then your URL, of course. So let's move on to the next item. So this is person. Person, again, it's some JSON, it's in JavaScript. Works for, very important. So we can put information like the organization they're a member of, etc. Let's see if I can clean this up a little bit here. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Oh, you can see a little bit. Of course. Okay, I'm going to get one more boost there. Look at that. Okay, so you want to provide more geographic information. The more the better, because of course Google's looking for that. So we see more geographic information, email for that person, etc. So let's move on. We missed, where's that third one? Hold on a second. I want to make sure we see all three. And then we didn't really get into legal service, but of course we can. A contact point, more geo information, maps, whatever you can. Again, the more, the better. All right, so let's zoom back out. So you immediately gain an advantage over the other PI attorneys that don't use structured data. So you should go ahead and do it. You will also drive more traffic, get more and better clients. You're going to get clients that are web savvy, they're doing their research, they're not just responding to an ad, and generate more revenues from those clients, because they're going to be the right clients. You're not going to be spending so much time trying to find new clients, and your business is going to run more smoothly. And then finally, you will make Google happy, and in turn be in a better position now and in the future. Very important, very important. So here's the sales pitch part that I promised you. If that all looks like something you don't want to do, in other words, you're a smart business person, you realize that you are not in the business to create structured data. You're in the business to do law, to market your law firm and stuff like that, and you want to leave the technical pieces to an expert. Well, I can provide that. I personally will provide it by providing you a professionally drafted structured data, including those three items we talked about: legal service, the website, and up to 5 persons. Okay, and we can provide additional people for a small fee. So also we will install on your website for a small fee. Right now we're offering more than 50% off the regular price, and that's just through tomorrow by using this coupon code. And if you can't read it, it says TRI 200 off SD for structured data. So TRI, that's my company, 200 off, $200 off, and then structured data. So it makes it very affordable. Everyone can afford this, so you were basically talking about maybe less than an hour's worth of billable hours, and you will get this And do you have to do it over and over again? No, like I said before, it's a one-time deal. And if you get it professionally done, you won't have to touch it for a long, long time, for years, okay? So how do you order it? You just go to trafficri.shop, or I'm going to go ahead and drop this link in here. If, of course, that's not the right one. Hold on a second. I'm going to drop the link for this. You don't need to see all that. Just give me 1 second. So if you go to shop, that's easy, obviously, because it's that's our whole web shop. And if you go to shop, there's only one product in there, like I said. But let me get you the actual link. I hope this is it. There it is. So if you can see that in your chat box, that should be the link for it. If not, just go ahead and go to trafficri.com/shop and you will get right in. So again, if you have any questions about anything, if you want to know a little more about how structured data work, of course you can contact me. Also, if you have other products that you're interested in, please contact me. I'd love to help you. We're actually about to launch a nice animated video. If you visit my website, I'll send out an email to you if you signed up for this webinar with a great video that we're doing. It's a very engaging video. You can put it on things, and it's going to be unbelievably affordable. You know, just like this product was affordable. So you are going to be very impressed of the quality you're going to get, and it's going to up your professionalism. People are going to see you as being engaged in the modern world, intelligent, professional, everything they're going to want. Remember, millennials are looking for people that have, they're trying to connect with you. And if you're kind of a stodgy old lawyer, they're going to say, oh, I don't want that. I want someone who I can connect with. Even if you're going to get them $1 million settlements, they're not interested if they can't connect with you. So this will help you connect with millennials and other people who are looking for that kind of connection. So again, I want to thank everyone for coming to the webinar. If you have any questions, I can be reached through my website, through the contact us at trafficri.com, or just you can just send it to Dan@trafficri.com. So, hey, thanks again. We will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.